This is Nellie's farm. I am at the historic Ashville Alabama Cemetery. There's the entrance. It's not very big, but this cemetery is over 200 years old, as is this county. This county, St. Clair County, was actually founded before the state of Alabama was. I am so intrigued with the history here, but we have a famous person that is buried here. Now, there's hardly anything about Alabama history, St. Clair County history online, especially on YouTube. So I want to share his story. Now, this person's name, now I believe this is his grave, I haven't been up there yet, is Howard Hill. Have you heard of him? Excuse me, he's a famous archer. Probably the most famous in the whole world of the history, at least that we know. It's a perfect day for this. It's somber, it's cloudy. We're expecting rain later, and I was trying to get my errands done before the rain. Oh, there's a bunch of coins. How interesting. I'm going to have to leave one too. You know, I think that there's coins because he used to shoot them in midair. I did a lot of research about him. Yes, this is his, guys. See the arrows? Oh, there's an arrow in the grave. I've been wanting to come out here and do this for a long time. Isabel was in the Jeep waiting for me. It's the first car ride she got to go on in a while because it's been too warm, you know. I don't have air in that Jeep. Okay, Elizabeth was his wife. Elizabeth Hodges Hill. She died when I was 6 years old. Okay, Daughters of the American Revolution on her grave. And here's Howard's. 1899, November 13th. Oh, wow. Today's his birthday? I got here on his birthday, guys. To February 4th, 1975. He died when I was 5 years old. So I've been doing research about him for a few years now. What I found about him, oh yeah, okay. Well, he was born in Shelby County, Alabama, November 13th, 1899, on a cotton plantation. He died in Birmingham, which is about 40 minutes from here. Age 75, like I said, 1975. Now, this cemetery was established about 1821. It's really old, guys. Before he was even born, quite a ways before then. So, how he got his talent, which really didn't surprise me, he was actually taught by a Seminole Indian, a Native American. So that really, makes a lot of sense. Because if you didn't know how to shoot a bow and arrow, you were native before there were guns too. You didn't eat. As simple as that, He was the greatest longbow sport artist and archery hunter of all time. Now, I'm not really familiar with bows, but he used a 90-pound bamboo longbow. He performed trick shots, shoot skeets, and exhibitions at 3 world fairs, Wild West shows. One of my ancestors was a famous Wild West person. He made the murals for that, I found out a few years back for those Wild West shows. He drew the murals. Anyway, national archery, golf tournaments, world famous hunter. He went to Africa, and he hunted too. Was in a film called, Tempo in Africa. It was a feature film shot by Warner Brothers Westerns. He did stunt shots for the 1938 film called The Adventures of Robin Hood, guys. The first Robin Hood film, starring Errol Flynn. He's in the ABC Bowhunters Hall of Fame, 1975, and so many others that are almost, impossible to to name them all. There's so many. So these are some of his talents that he could do. Striking a match with one arrow and extinguishing it, guys. Extinguishing it. He could hit wasps in midair. Now I've heard he could also hit a drop of water in midair, but I'm not sure how did they measure that? How did they see that? But he's known for that though. He could keep, now get this, he could keep 7 arrows in the air at once. Okay? 7 arrows in the air at one time. It's just unfathomable to me. I can't imagine it. And he could shoot through rings, like a ring you put on your finger. Coins in midair is the last thing that I wrote down about him. I don't have the greatest memory, so I write things down. And isn't that something? There's the coins on his grave. A few years back, the grave, this hill right here was sinking, and I'm proud to say that they had pictures of them fixing it. People got together and they did something about it, and it created this beautiful new wall. He's probably I would imagine, the most famous person buried here. And I'm glad I finally got to find his grave. And I hope he's with his beloved Elizabeth now. And I wanted to tell you his story. Nobody ever wants to be forgotten. And this person was exceptionally talented. And I hope you enjoyed this. May he rest in peace with his wife, with his other family and his ancestors. Nellie's Farm signing off.